This right here is my iPhone 15, and as you can tell, it has very clearly been through quite a lot. I can't exactly tell a story behind this, as I got this secondhand in the condition that it's in, but I bet there's quite a crazy one behind it. Definitely involving not being used with a case for quite some time, I'll tell you that. Anyways, this is a 128GB green iPhone 15, locked to the Verizon carrier for if anyone cares, that I received in my recent iPhone lot along with 5 others. The 5 of them are sold as missing parts and iCloud locked, and I managed to get this one unlocked in its current state by entering the passcode 0000. Go check out that video if you'd like to, link in the top right and description. Anyways, out of all the phones that I bought, this is the only one that ended up being iCloud off. And because of its bad condition, it definitely needs a good restoration. Inside of this package and this package right here, I have the parts that I need to turn this iPhone 15 from trash into treasure. Technically speaking, I paid only a mere $100 for this iPhone 15, as it was included in the lot of the other 6 that I got, which even for an iPhone 15 in its current condition is a really good deal. So I have already opened up these 2 parts, but I have not actually unboxed the parts themselves. So I have already gone ahead and opened up these 2 parts, as one arrived earlier than the other one, and I just wanted to check them out beforehand. And I actually got the last part, which was the screen, yesterday, but just didn't have the time to make the video. Anyways, I'll go ahead and first re-unbox the back housing that I ordered. Now, this iPhone 15 right here is originally a green iPhone 15, but while I was trying to find parts, it was extremely hard to find parts for a green one. I almost managed to get a really good deal on some blue iPhone 15 parts, but unfortunately, the phone that I was gonna buy for parts sold, and I was so upset about it that I went ahead and found parts within the next hour. I ended up getting parts for a black iPhone 15, which I don't mind. I wasn't the biggest fan of the black color when it first released, but after seeing it in person, once this showed up, I kind of changed my mind. As you can see, I've got an OEM back glass and frame. Go ahead and pull the sticker and unwrap this plastic. And here we have the frame and the back glass packaged completely separate. I haven't opened the plastic on either of these yet. I guess I'll go ahead and start with the frame. Man, this frame is in absolutely brand new condition. I can't seem to find a singular mark that I can see on this frame. I'm actually really impressed by this. Place that down for a moment, and we'll take a look at the back glass. Similar to the frame, this back glass doesn't have any markings that I can see. I take that back, there is one scratch that's only visible under harsh lighting. It does show up on video, but it is really hard to see in person. Overall, I'm happy with this. Next up, of course, we've got to get a screen, as this screen just isn't really gonna cut it. Inside of here, we have a used OEM iPhone 15 display that was labeled as grade B condition, but showed up in a condition that, in all honesty, I would deem grade A. The seller also included a tempered glass screen protector that looks to be of pretty good quality on this display. There are a few very minor scratches underneath the screen protector, but other than that, this screen is pretty much brand new. I'll go ahead and put it back in the packaging it came in for now, just to keep it safe. Now, I have actually worked on an iPhone 15 before. Back in October of last year, I tried to build myself an iPhone 15 for about $300, approximately the same price that I'm paying to build this one, with the price it cost me for the phone lot plus the parts, which is one thing I completely forgot to mention. Go ahead and break down the cost. The housing and back glass, as you saw, came in one package, which I managed to get for $100, as it was in almost brand new condition. And the display also cost me an additional $100. Now, like I was saying, I have worked on an iPhone 15 before, but I've never actually repaired one that was functional and not stuck in a diagnostic mode boot loop. One thing I'm looking forward to is being able to open the phone from the back, which is gonna make this a hell of a lot easier, not having to remove this broken display. Anyways, without further ado, I'm done waiting. This phone's been sitting around in my room for over a month now, and I think it's time to just go ahead and get started. All right, so I've now finally finished removing all the parts from the green iPhone 15.
So I have actually realized I do need to get this screen off, as the new display does not have the sensor on the back. It's on the back of the screen right here. That's what this cable right here goes to. It goes through the housing. So I'm gonna have to remove the display. I'm gonna do this off camera, as the adhesive is gonna drive me crazy, and then all I have to do is take the sensor off the back. But then after that, we're gonna get to finally reassembling the black iPhone 15. Now, one thing you may notice if you got a good eye, I also removed the placeholder for the SIM card tray. It's essentially just a little piece of plastic with definitely some tech inside, but I am going to be transferring that over, as I previously had issues with 2 iPhone 11s that I had in the past that were locked to different carriers. I did a board swap on them and did not transfer over the SIM card reader / eSIM holder or whatever, and had some issues connecting to cellular. So I'm just going to transfer it over just to be safe. But for now, I'm getting that sensor removed, and then I'm getting a fresh iPhone 15 put back together. So as of now, I've gotten the phone fully reassembled, but not actually screwed together. The battery's still loose on the inside, and the metal plates are still off camera right there on my desk, but I just wanted to go ahead and test out the phone and make sure that everything does work. Hopefully we'll see the phone boot up. I had to go ahead and connect it to a charger, but then I got the Apple logo, so I think we're all good. We've already got prompts to finish a back glass and display repair. Under parts and service history, of course, we still have that used battery, as is the same battery from the old housing. For the back glass and display, it wants me to restart and finish repair, which I will do after I finish putting the phone back together, which is actually what I'm going to go ahead and do right now that I know that the phone does at least function.
And in the end, here we have it. This is the almost final result of the $100 iPhone 15 restoration. I actually paid more for the parts than I did for the phone itself. Here are the leftovers. We just have a basic empty green frame with the back glass and the still functioning OLED. This is just gonna lay around or possibly be sold on eBay. No idea yet. Anyways, as you can see, we do have a screen protector installed very generously by the seller. Huge shout out to them. But anyways, what I now need to do is go ahead and finish the display and back glass repair. Now earlier, the display was showing as a part that needed to be configured, but is now showing as unknown. And I think I know why this is. I believe that this is because I replaced the sensor on the back of the display with one that didn't originally match the screen, which means that the phone is unable to detect a genuine Apple display or not due to the sensor mismatch. This is really unfortunate. I didn't really account for this. I realized after I bought the screen that it didn't have the sensor and was just hoping that it wouldn't cause any issues, but it seems like it may have. Anyways, we'll go ahead and try to restart and finish repair. Give the phone just a moment to reboot. Now that we're in the repair assistant, we'll go ahead and continue. Let me connect to Wi-Fi real quick. Looks like my phone auto-connected. We'll agree. Oh, fuck. And it looks like our display is activation locked. Damn it. This is not exactly how I wanted this video to go. I guess I'll just continue. Display locked to owner. This part is linked to another Apple account. To complete the configuration, you will need to enter the email address or phone number and password that was used to set up the device originally contained this part. If you do not know the Apple account, contact the owner of the device or part seller and ask them to remove activation lock from the device. As I, of course, do not know the iCloud info for this display, I have to skip it. And now we'll go ahead and restart the iPhone. Now that the phone is rebooted, we'll go ahead and check once again in the parts and service history. The display is still showing as unknown, and the battery is showing as used, and there is no message for the back glass, as it is not a very critical component and really only needs to show up if it needs to be configured for a repair. Now, one of the most annoying things with this unconfigured display is the display glitching when I turn the phone on, as you can see, or the fact that the maximum brightness has been reduced. This is very unfortunate, and I will most likely be reaching out to the seller and seeing if I can negotiate a refund or see if they are able to get rid of the iCloud on the part, even though I unfortunately doubt that they can. But unfortunately, this is where this video comes to an end. There's not much I can do here, and I do want to get the video out as soon as I can, but I'll give an update in my next video about what I ended up doing about the display. Anyways, in the end, here we have an iPhone 15 in nearly brand new condition, 128 gigabyte Unfortunately locked to the Verizon carrier, but that's fine, that is my personal carrier. And now, unfortunately, with a display that won't pair because it's locked to somebody else's account. I'll get that sorted out and I'll give an update, don't worry. So I realized in the middle of editing this that I completely forgot to say what I wanted to. And that was that I know people have noticed in my previous restoration videos that oftentimes I don't ever put a waterproof seal onto the phones. And that is because when I buy the waterproof seals, they take like 3 weeks to ship because they come from China. So I usually don't have them in time for the video, but I always put one on before I actually resell or give away a phone. Anyways, back to the video. I'm not gonna worry about the display issue too much. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. I surely did enjoy repairing this iPhone 15 as I've had it lying around for over a month now. My plans for this phone are currently unknown. I was thinking about selling it. I don't really want to keep it, as what I really want is an iPhone 15 Pro. So I could really either sell it or give it to my brother, whose iPhone 13 is starting to get a bit old and is still running iOS 16. I don't know. I guess I'll figure it out at some point. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. And if you're new here, please consider hitting that subscribe button, as of right now, only 7% of my viewers are actually subscribed to my channel. So if you're new, please hit that subscribe button, as you can really help me in reaching my goal of 10,000 subscribers. It honestly feels unreal to be saying that, but it looks like I really am on the way to it. And last but not least, I can't forget about members shoutouts. Huge shout out to these 5 members. Link in the description to all 5 of their channels. And if you didn't know, I do have channel memberships. Again, link in the description if you're interested in joining. It's $2 a month, and it just helps me make videos like these. Anyways, I feel like this video has gone on forever. This has been my iPhone 15 restoration. Comment, like, and subscribe, and as always, peace out, guys.